Hi everyone, my name is Safi, but you can just call me Safi, and today I'm going to be making a delicious sandwich, but instead of bread I'm going to be using fried green plantain. I am so excited. It's going to have cheese, it's going to be cheesy, it's going to have chicken ham in there, it's going to have sweet pepper, it's just going to have like a variety of flavors. So I'm so excited and I can't wait to show you the end result. So let's start cooking. Okay, so this recipe is extremely simple, right? So what you're going to need is the green plantain. Mine is getting a little ripe, but this is the greenest one we have. Lettuce, tomato, country pepper, cheese, sweet pepper, and ham. I'm using chicken ham because I don't eat pork. Chicken ham is really tasty. Like if you don't eat pork, it's a great alternative. So this isn't a particularly healthy meal. It's really tasty though. And I'm using green plantain to make the bread because I am gluten intolerant. I cannot eat flour, or I have to eat very small amounts on very rare occasions. So that's why we're making a green plantain sandwich. I am so excited. Okay, let's get to cooking. Okay, so first I'm going to start by cutting the plantain. If you're cooking for more than one person, you're going to need more than this, of course, but I'm just cooking for myself. We're going to cut the plantain into quarters. I actually researched alternatives for bread, and then I came across the fact that like in certain Caribbean countries like Puerto Rico and Haiti, they actually have a sandwich that's made with green plantain, and I was like, okay, if other people do it, then it must taste nice. So I'm just peeling the skin. I'm going to fast forward this part. Okay, so now it's peeled. So I'm going to cut the ends, and it says cut them into quarters. So I'm going to cut it in half and then cut it down. This is my first time doing this, so this is exciting. Okay, so these are going to be like mini sandwiches. So I've cut the plantain and now I'm going to focus on frying it. Alright, so let's get to the stove. Okay, so we're going to need coconut oil as usual. I'm going to fry the chicken ham same time, but what I'm going to do is fry it in a non-stick pan so we can reduce the amount of oil that we're using. So I'm not going to use any oil when I'm frying the chicken ham, but you definitely need oil when you're frying the plantain. Alright, let's go to the stove. Okay, so we're at the stove. I'm allowing the oil to heat up a little bit, and this one doesn't need any oil because it's a non-stick pan. So I'm allowing the oil to heat up, and we still put everything into the pots. Okay, so I'm adding the fried plantain into the pot. Need to turn up the heat a little. Okay, so I'm going to make those fry for like 5 minutes, and then we're going to press it down and put it back in the pot for another 5 minutes. Now I'm adding the chicken ham to the other pot, the non-stick pot. That's good. This is the plantain. This is the chicken ham. Alright, very quick and simple recipe. Okay, so while that's on the stove, I'm going to dice the tomato because we're going to make a little sauce in the chicken ham itself. Because chicken ham is a little salty, I want it to have a little sweetness to counteract the saltiness. And then we're going to add some country pepper as well. to add a little spice. And we're also going to use our sweet pepper in the sandwich itself. I'm just going to slice them horizontally. And we're also going to need a little lettuce. We're just going to shred it. These are going to be like mini sandwiches, mini sliders, because my plantain isn't that big, but I'm going to eat it for myself, so it's fine. But if you're cooking for more than one person, I would suggest getting like larger plantains, maybe like 3, and use those ones. So we have our vegetables prepped to go into the sandwich. So we're going to make that go on fry. I'm going to add the tomatoes into this eventually, and I'm also going to cut it into smaller pieces eventually. Alright, the plantain is doing well. Let me check on it. Doing well, doing well. So a couple more minutes, then I'm going to press them and flip them over. Okay, so we have the plantains here, and what I've been using to press them out is actually just a regular teacup. And make sure that it's clean. You just take the teacup and press it down. This is the best thing I have. I don't have like a flattening board or anything like that. I have an idea. I know what I'm going to do. Alright, so I pressed them down. So now I'm going to put them back into the frying pan, flipped over. It's okay if it's not perfect, by the way. Okay, so now I'm going to add some water to this chicken ham. So I added some water to the chicken ham, and I'm going to add the tomatoes in there. Just the tomatoes. Okay, I added the tomatoes, and I'm just going to rest the country pepper in there, and some of it will get into the sauce. So I'm just going to make the fat from the chicken ham create a sauce, and I'm going to make the tomatoes cook down, and I'm going to make the country pepper cook in there, and then I'll taste it to see how salty it is, and then I'll add any other seasonings if I think it needs any. And the plantain is doing fine. Okay, so now I'm going to take them out of the pot and put them on some grease paper. Remember, they don't have to be perfect. Okay, so I ended up cutting up the chicken ham like I told you I was going to do. And I'm going to add a little tips of sugar, just a little bit. So this is a tablespoon, and this is how much of a tablespoon I'm adding. So not a lot at all, right? Just to offset some of the saltiness. Also going to add some black pepper, if it can focus. This smells so good. So the water I added was just for some well-needed moisture. Not necessarily to have like a thick sauce, just some moisture in the sandwich itself. Okay, so this is basically ready. Looks delicious. So I'm going to put the sandwich together, and we're actually going to put it in the oven a little so that the cheese can melt. Alright, so let's do that. Okay, so now I'm going to put the sandwich together, and remember, this is my first time doing this, so you know, it's not going to be perfect, but I know it will taste good. So I had an idea to like put the plantain together, right? This is a very small sandwich. So and like use the cheese as glue in a way to keep it together. So so I'm going to put the cheese on it. Can you see me? I hope it's not too far away. Let me come closer. Okay, you can see. So I'm going to put the cheese on it. It's a very tiny sandwich. Next time I'll get more plantain. So use the cheese as glue in the middle. Put some of the chicken ham on it. Some lettuce. And some lettuce. Then some sweet pepper. I love making new things. Even if it's not like, don't come out perfect, I think it's still fun. Then some more cheese on top. And then put the other 2 pieces of plantain on top. Okay, this is how it's looking. Alright, and I'm going to put it in the oven for like 10 minutes. I'm going to broil it for like 10 minutes. Anyway, could you guys hear the ice cream truck? Okay, so this is the end result. It looks delicious. It's cheesy. You can see the cheese oozing out. The chicken ham. You know, the plantain isn't perfect, but I'm sure it will taste good same way. So let's try it. Oh, and I'm having it with some orange juice. Okay, so here's a nice close-up shot. Looks so delicious. I can't wait to taste it. You can see the chicken ham, you can see the cheese, the sweet pepper, and the green plantain. Delicious. Hi everybody. Okay, I'm going to try it now. And it's so cool now that it's cooled down a little bit. The plantain is staying together, if you guys what I mean. You saw that they were falling apart a little bit, but now they're staying together, hopefully. Okay, let me taste it. I don't want to look hungry belly on camera. That's so good. This tastes like you know when I dance that means it tastes good. I'm making this again. That is amazing. Please try it. Please try it, everybody. It is delicious. Wow. Okay, I'm done now. Please try this recipe, and if you do, please tell me in the comment section. I would love to know how it was for you. And thank you so much for watching. And remember, my name is Safi, but you can just call me Safi. Bye.